Alright, this class is titled The 5 Buckets. This is the 5 marketing buckets. I like to keep things simple for our real estate agents because real estate agents tend to overcomplicate things. So the simpler we can keep everything, the better your chances of like excellent execution. But let's do a little recap first. What's the number one thing our consumers are looking in a real estate agent that they hire or that they want to hire? What do you think is the number one thing they seek, Blake Ray?
Market knowledge.
Market knowledge. What's number 2? Now keep in mind, you're stumped on number 2, but keep in mind that this class is about marketing and a marketing plan.
Yeah, social media awareness.
Okay, that's all right.
I took the
Very
stab. I was
sad.
going to call him the lifeline.
Number one is market knowledge. Number 2 is marketing plan. Okay, I even gave you the answer and you still sort of-
Well, I thought it was too
sad.
easy.
All right.
Overcomplicated.
And I'm not sure if this camera can see here, but you guys can see it. These are the 5 buckets. Okay? Now, if you have something you want to add to it, let me know, or a question about marketing that is not covered as I'm unpacking this material, just let me know. Okay? But the first one we have up here is portals. And I think this is extremely important because this is where your consumers are going to go. This is where your sellers are going to go after the property is listed. They're going to go stalk the listing on Zillow. I think it's important to have a little footnote here and just bring this out into awareness that if you're not good at marketing yourself, then why should you be hired? Do you deserve to be hired to market somebody else's property? We have to relate this back. This is a truth that you just need to accept, that you have to get good at marketing yourself, and it all goes into a brand. You know, your marketing defines your brand, the experience you provide your consumers defines your brand. So many things go into your brand. Yet we still have agents that are taking pictures with their cell phones, that are using their seller's picture. Oh, I got some pictures. I've taken them myself. I just sent them to you. Oh, great. I'll use those. You need to understand that you are being judged by what your listings look like on the portals. This is Zillow. Should have led with that. But the portals is Zillow, homes.com, realtor.com. There are a plethora of these sites. And most of the time they're going to get their information from your local MLS. An MLS feed feeds the portals. So whatever you put into the MLS is going to syndicate to Zillow. But we have the ability to go in and edit listings. We can do things to draw attention to our Zillow listings. But one thing I would really want to caution people about is they just need to be double checking this. They need to go to Zillow and go, did all that information syndicate properly? Did all of it syndicate in general? Did all my pictures come in the right order? Sometimes the information will syndicate to Zillow, but it's pulling prior photos from a prior listing or a prior FSBO listing. I hear a lot of complaints from agents in the field about how their information that they entered in their local MLS did not translate properly to the portals. So you need to check that. That's where your consumers are you don't want them to beat you there and go, hey, I noticed this. Where's the virtual tour? Where's the pictures? These are the old pictures. Where are the new pictures? You don't want that to happen. So this is something that is on autopilot, so to speak. It used to be something that this used to be a technology, or you had to have certain technologies, or your broker had to have certain technologies for this to happen. It wasn't on autopilot, but now it is, but it is not glitch free. Okay, so you just need to check it. All right, so this one's pretty easy, right? one thing I want to just mention about portals before we move on is I see a lot of real estate agents, when they list a property, they're sharing the Zillow link. Okay? And this drives me nuts. This is one of my pet peeves. But if it's like 123 Main Street, and your number one go-to thing when it's listed is, it's Zillow.com. Your number one thing to do when it's listed is to share this on Facebook and go, hey everybody, check out my new listing. Which this may be all you have if your brokerage doesn't supply you with your own personal website and CRM. But this is a big no-no. Okay? Why would you not want to do this? Why would you not want to do this?
Because it doesn't bring you to your page to check out other listings or other info.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many examples. The one you just mentioned.
Feeding the top 3 agents that pay
Right.
Zillow.
So, yeah. So the biggest one is that when you do this, so when you share your Zillow listing to Facebook, and then people click on that listing to go to Zillow, there's a lot of things at play here. Number one, Facebook doesn't like for you to divert people away from Facebook. So there's a strategy that we're gonna use here to correct this. But the worst part is that, when your friends and family and, your SOI go to Zillow to check out your new listing, if they're in the market to buy, if they're in a buying or selling cycle, they're going to get multiple agents here that Zillow is going to attempt to sell their information to in exchange for a fee or referral fee. We don't want to put our potential leads in the database of our competitors, right? We just don't want to do that. Now, if you've got a KV Core or a Boomtown or a Commissions Inc., here's your Facebook post. New listing, 123 Main Street. Woo! And then we got the text portion here. We want to put a call to action that says, hey, see, you want more pictures and information about my listing, see my KV Core link in the comments. All right, so just wanted to get that out there so we're clear. So I should never, ever, ever see a J. Park Houston County agent trying to advertise their listing by sharing Zillow links, Realtor.com links, Homes.com links, none of it. The other thing is, it's your website. We're going to talk about search engine optimization in SEO. Your website needs juice to be found. And you want to constantly be driving traffic back to your website. That's your storefront. Okay? Blake, do you have a question?
Well, when I taught my class, I looked up a bunch of stuff, and I've heard Zillow mention this before, just to tie into the not sharing it, the Zillow thing, and then tying in you're pretty much giving a lead, potential lead to the top 3 paying Zillow agents. Zillow's number one complaint for years has been, no matter what these people pay, the follow-up is massively weak, possibly 1 to 2 calls. And if you put that, you're putting your success in somebody who's gonna probably call that lead twice. Max twice.
Yeah. So essentially, instead of I like to go into a listing appointment. And again, these 5 things, these 5 buckets, what this is helping you do is develop your listing presentation strategy, but also design an effective system like post-listing launch so that you are filling your sales funnel with leads for that specific listing so that you can call them and convert them. Because one thing your seller is going to want to know is, what is your game plan for showing and selling my property? You, not other agents. I know we're going to be putting every agent in the greater Birmingham area to work for us, but that's not good enough. What are you specifically going to do? And this is going to give you the ammunition to do it. But what Blake is essentially saying is that, yeah, you're going to generate those leads. Like, you know how to generate leads for your listing, but you're going to give them to other agents that don't have the follow-up skills to convert them into contacts, and from there to an appointment. So that's a big, big problem.